Thank you for contacting Wave Support. I see you've made some additional changes in the fit of this lens, but you're struggling to keep the lens on the eye. That suggests that Wave is having a hard time or struggling to design a lens based on the topography that it's provided. And that's not uncommon. In these lenses, these challenging corneas, you'll see that the topography doesn't pick up much peripheral data. So therefore, it's really trying to do a lot of extrapolation, which in this case is not getting that accurate for us. So you're likely going to have to make some manual adjustments in the fit to compensate based on your clinical impression. So the first thing you can do, I'd probably go to a larger lens. And if I pull up a little bit of a design here, go to a little larger lens. I went to almost the full diameter of the cornea, and I switched off the S factor here to get a little bit more control over each quadrant. And if you look at this design, if you look at the profile of this lens in the superior quadrant and versus the inferior, you have quite a bit of edge lift here. So the easiest thing to do is try to change those two hemispheres of the lens, go into the 50% quadrant control. And I start in the inferior, just click down on this lens, maybe 5 to 10 clicks. And do the same thing on the superior side, bring that down. And now you've just managed to steepen up that superior and the inferior quadrants of the lens. If you go around, you might also want to do it even further around the entire lens. You might have to use your own impression. But I usually try to make clicks in 5 to 10 click increments just for a little continuity and a little bit more consistency when I design these lenses. So that's the first thing I would try. The other alternative you might consider is going to a scleral lens. Now the best way to do that is using the Wave OCT fitting set. If you're not familiar with it, that's a fitting set that you can purchase directly through Wave, and it gives you a series of pre-made scleral lenses that you can place on the eye. And once you find the lens that fits, you can drag that design file into your Wave software and add your over refraction, and you're good to go. So it's a great way to fit these really abnormal corneas. If you don't have access to a Wave fitting set like that, you can just go into the Wave software under Tools and click Semi-Scleral, and that'll give you a sort of a starting point for a scleral lens. Now keep in mind, since your topography is not giving you all the data that you need, this lens is still probably not going to be perfect, but it gives you a starting point. And when you do order this lens, you can go to, you can see it's available in a trial lens format, so that'll give you sort of a starting point if you're going to go to a scleral lens. Again, what I might do before I do that, take another crack at it by going to a larger lens in general, as I've designed here, and tightening up those superior and inferior quadrants using your 50% or 25% quadrant control based on your clinical impression. Anyways, thank you for contacting Wave, and have a great day.